Hi, it's a beautiful morning. Hopefully there are people awake that'll watch this video because I'm starting out early. I haven't done a live video in a long time, and I thought I'd just do that this morning and kind of show what I do in the morning, including the superfoods that I take. And these beautiful colloidal minerals right here. And I've got this little teacup. So I start out my morning usually by just prayer, meditation. So I just came from prayer and meditation. Actually, I was meditating longer this morning than I should have because I don't have the time. Okay, so I've got this little teacup, and what I do is I just do shots. Hi, Carrie. Hi, everyone. How is everyone this morning, this lovely morning? I hope everyone's well. So here, I'm gonna start out with gold. So here we go. I don't ever measuring anything. So here's gold, a shot of gold. These don't really taste like anything. Well, maybe they taste a little metallic. Yeah, here we go. So there's gold, and I like to just keep it under my tongue for a couple of seconds. Next, we have copper. This is amazing for you. This is good for your blood sugar, and this is good for your hair, your skin, and everything else. And this is the only company, by the way, that I really like their colloidal minerals. You guys are moving. So it's Meso. It's called Meso. I don't know if you guys can see that. And it's a really good company. So here we go. Here goes copper. Yeah, I can kind of feel my body absorbing that. So here we have platinum. Platinum, if that's the right way to pronounce this. I'm always pronouncing things wrong. Here we go. That one's wild. The copper is always kind of really metallic. The other ones kind of taste, I guess, more like water in a way. So you just want to hold those under your tongue so they absorb more, almost like you would do with homeopathy. Here's the last one, and this one's going to be silver, of course. And I just feel like you shouldn't mix them. One morning I kind of mixed them, and I felt like they were, because I'm very intuitive, I felt like that wasn't the way to go about it. So then I decided just to do them separately, even though it takes more time. I feel like when you mix them, they've all got these different frequencies, and it's all kind of chaotic. They're all mixed together or something like that. I know I'm weird. Okay, so here we go. Here's the last one. Good. I feel so nice. It makes you feel so nice. So somebody just said something about iodine. So guess what? That's another thing I do in the morning. Nascent Iodine. So this brand, I just picked this one up at Air One when I was in California. Actually, I need to order more today. I use a lot of Nascent Iodine, by the way. And I've got marine phytoplankton here. And let's see. Let me grab some water. Be right back. If you guys have any questions, just post those below. So here we go. I've got my iodine. And I just take 10 drops of iodine. So, yes. Good morning, Ashley. Good morning, Anna. Yes, drink your smoothies every morning. That'll keep you beautiful, happy, spiritual, healed. Yes, the magnesium drops and iodine drops. So you want to do the magnesium and iodine together. And if you're having issues taking iodine, it's because you have a magnesium deficiency. So there's people that have adverse reactions to iodine. And I actually did a year ago when I was really sick, and I don't now. My body accepts it, but I do take a lot of magnesium with it. So I kind of pair those up together. So here I've got magnesium oxide powder, and I've got, spray magnesium, and my favorite is from Ancient Minerals, the magnesium spray, and I use that quite a lot. So here I'm just gonna mix some marine phytoplankton inside of there. So I'm gonna do a couple of drops of that. And I really, myself, I'm not one to like count the drops or anything. I kind of do it through intuition. And I feel like we need to start eating more through intuition, and we need to start taking our supplements more through intuition rather than just putting everything in our body. You know, if our body, there's times our body gets just, it's so sensitive, it just doesn't want anything at that time. So give it a rest. That's very important, to give it a rest. There's some people that take way too many supplements and they're putting it every day. You got to give your body some rest. So it's very, very important. Monatomic gold is good. I do take monatomic gold quite a bit. How does it taste? Really, marine phytoplankton tastes like the ocean. It literally tastes like the ocean. Yeah, it tastes like the ocean. So here, I'm just going to drink that up. It's like a zoo of taste in the morning. Like, I'm not gonna lie, some of this stuff does not taste good at all. Yes, this is why drinking liquid superfoods is amazing, because taking capsules and pills, it can stress out your liver more if you have a problem with your liver, and then your liver will just it'll reject absorbing anything, and it'll just say, hey, listen, you've aggravated me enough, I'm just gonna not be good to you. So that's what I found that out, especially being really sick when your body won't absorb food or anything like that. I found this out. I did a lot of detoxing, and I found out that it just needed days of rest. So I did intermittent fasting, and then sometimes, believe it or not, I wasn't able to. I was spitting up blood for a year on end, so I was really sick, and I wasn't able to, absorb anything. So I was having a problem because I wasn't getting the nutrients that I needed. So what I did is I kind of cheated on putting drops of stuff in my water, and also, I know this sounds really insane, but in enemas, because you're not absorbing from when you eat or drink anything, because too much, you're not absorbing that. So what I found out is that I could just kind of, by the way, I'm healed, guys. I'm just letting you know I'm healed. I got my tests back and my organs are working over 90%. So that's amazing. I'm still doing some heart healing because my heart took a shock from losing somebody that I love very much. So my heart is working, but we're doing some sort of nervous system work on that. So I go 3 days out of the week to do that. But yes, so the story is somebody I deeply loved died, and I nearly died after they died, and it was a really, really hard time in my life, but I did bring myself back from that. So yes, I wasn't absorbing anything at all, and this was like a huge problem. So what I found out is that enemas, what I did with enemas is I kind of thought, okay, it's your digestive tract, it's your intestines absorb stuff. So what I did is I put spirulina in my enemas. Like, I put a high dosage of spirulina in my enemas so that the sort of the nutrients were being absorbed like that, and it works really well. So if you're just like really, really having a hard time with digesting stuff, or you don't think you're getting your nutrients, don't go overboard with enemas. I think twice a week, unless you're really severely ill, I think twice a week is the best. And also be careful with coffee, because coffee, I'm kind of biased on coffee. Coffee is good at times to get your liver just to really move, but I feel like coffee can stress your liver too. So I feel that calming your organs is so important. So things like maca powder is more calming to your organs. So what I did is I did green tea maca powder, and my body just accepted that more, and I could just maca, I am not pronouncing that word right. Yes, I put the powder in there, and I put some turmeric in there, and I put some spirulina, and that just really, my body really liked that. I remember like it just, every time I'd go near coffee, it would be like, I get this feeling of anxiety because my body didn't like the coffee. And also, that's another thing, you can feel food. So if you just take something and you put it near your heart, if you're feeling anxiety from that, just don't eat it, don't take it, because that means that your energy field is not, it's not compatible with that. So you can do testing like that. I call it intuitive heart testing. And what you just do is you just put something near your heart. And whatever you feel from that, if you feel kind of a bit blissful or happy or upper feeling, it's good for you. And then you can take it. We have to be careful with what merges with our energy fields, of whether we're merging very positive things that are healing to us in our energy fields, or we're just merging anything into our energy fields. Just because somebody says, oh, this is healthy for you, doesn't mean that it might be healthy for your energy field at all. That each one of us is unique, and we need to accept that, and we need to know that some things work for some people and some things don't work for us. So we have to do this. And this is why I tell people, if you feel inflammation from something, remove it from your diet and kind of test with that, because there are people who are allergic to tomatoes, to avocados, to all sorts of stuff. And their energy field doesn't want to merge that, but people think this is so healthy. And they're eating these foods they're allergic to over and over again. And that's going to cause inflammation, which causes aging, which causes all sorts of issues. So here we go. Here's this one. Now this one does taste like the ocean. It tastes pretty intense. Yes, I love it though. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab some of the rest of the things that I do in the morning, and if you guys have any more questions, post them below. Okay, how do you know you're not absorbing minerals? So if you're not absorbing minerals, your hair's gonna be kind of dry, your skin's not gonna be good, you're gonna not feel so good. I just noticed that people who have anxiety, who have depression and stuff, it's really all just a lack of nutrients, believe it or not. So by getting those nutrients back into your body, all of that stuff leaves, but you just gotta get the right products. A lot of products are not absorbable. That means on a molecular level, they're really large, and so you have your cells, and your cells are already stressed up. So your cells are like a fist like this. They're so stressed out already, and then you have these big these sort of vitamins you're taking, and they're not vitamins that are what I call chelated or colloidal, and those are easier for your body to digest because they're smaller, so they can get into your cells that are stressed out and feed them and give them what they need. So we're taking stuff, and the molecules of that stuff is way too big, and it's kind of hitting your cells, and it's kind of, your cells can't absorb it, and it's aggravating your cells more. So how do you know if you're absorbing stuff? You really can test it. You can do the testing like this. You can muscle test it. There's a lot of different ways that you can test it. What I do for minerals is I like triple supplement on minerals, because your body sometimes just has a hard time absorbing stuff. So you can give it different levels of minerals. By doing so, your body will absorb it much better. So what I do is I do shigellite resin, and I do the 12-cell salts, and I also do fulvic minerals or humic minerals together, and I do those, and usually your body is going to absorb one or the other. So you're going to get the minerals that you need. So triple supplementing on stuff is a good way to get what your body needs into it without really aggravating it. And you want to just don't buy crappy products for your body. I mean, don't buy these, don't buy this stuff at GNC. Don't buy this stuff at your local vitamin shop. Go for organic stuff. I recommend very few companies. I tried so many products to heal myself. And I'm okay with going through nearly dying, because guess what? I couldn't give you this information. I couldn't help people if I hadn't experienced it. And it was something that I wasn't afraid of, but I did, it was really kind of taxing on my friends and family who were afraid for me, but I did work through it, which was an amazing thing. So basically there's this company called Reverse Age. That's a good one. This is a great product from Reversatrol. Garden of Life is, Garden of Life is probably my favorite. I feel like it's the most absorbable. I feel like there's a lot of love in their products. I feel like they care, and even though it's more expensive than buying, a tablet at your local GNC, don't do that. Tablets will mess up your liver more. Anything that's hard will mess up your liver more. Any tablet is just gonna mess it up. So what I recommend is doing liquids, doing gel capsules if you're gonna take anything like that, or just capsules. Don't ever take tablets whatsoever. Just throw those out. It's like putting concrete into your organs. So bad for you. I like doing a lot of stuff like this, like just drops of stuff throughout the day. When I was really sick, I did take quite a few different sort of supplements, which did really help. But there's just, I kind of narrowed it down to like a certain amount of supplements that are, gonna help you. This company, Superfoods right here, marine phytoplankton. It's this, if you have felon liver, which I had felon everything, kidneys, liver, I had like everything you could like think basically with organs was wrong with me. I had different doctors like explaining this to me of how they didn't know how they could save me or help me. So I just went home and did everything on my own. So this is really good. If you are very sick and ill, I would recommend doing this. This is like $40 for a bottle of it, but it's very potent. And what it is it just gives you everything that you need. If you have a failing liver or anything, I would say that you can go ahead and take this one, and this will really help. No, I didn't say not to take capsules. I said try. Capsules are okay, but I prefer liquids. And so I literally prefer liquids, or, you know, sort of powders that I can put into water over capsules. But I do take capsules at times. I still do. I take quite a few of those still throughout the week. You know, I think it's Carol Alt. She's amazing. She's just a beautiful supermodel. She looks so amazing for her age, and she takes at least, I think, 100 capsules a day, and she just was explaining of how you know, how she kind of found out that our foods are so depleted in all of this stuff that she just does that. And she looks amazing for her age, by the way. And she used to have a show, and then my friend messaged her and was like, oh, hey, you know, he was telling her about me, and she was like, oh, if I still had my show, I'd have Sarah on. So that was so sweet of her. But she's into raw foods and superfoods and everything like that. And yes, she takes quite a few capsules. She just looks amazing. But you want to take the right type of capsules. You don't want to take capsules that have fillers in them, or sort of, there's always a lot of capsules that have fillers in them. And that's what you don't want to get into your bodies, those fillers either. So you want to go like, I mean, the Garden of Life, which is this vitamin code, this is just amazing. I'm okay with taking this like all week long. I have no issues with it. I noticed like when I was taking some stuff, my body was like, oh, I don't want that. Like, I don't like it. And I'm like, well, this says it's good for you. And my body's like, still, no, I don't want it. So say, fine, okay, you win in the end, because you're the one who decides whether it's good for me or not, you know, because you have your thoughts of like, oh, hey, this product says it's good. Oh, it's good. No, your body might think differently. That's where muscle testing is amazing. Okay, if you guys have any questions, post them below. Ashwagandha, yes, you can pair off ashwagandha. So if you're depressed or sad, pair off ashwagandha. Yes, she does, Megan. She looks amazing for her age. Okay, so pair off ashwagandha with magnesium 5-HTP, and you can microdose those to get your mind out of depression if you're having depression. Just do it, you know, before you go to bed. Do it throughout the day, and what you do is you take much smaller doses, and you can train your body and your brain to get out of depression. So yes, ashwagandha 5-HTP. Let me see if I have the bottles here to grab to show. And okay, yes, ashwagandha 5-HTP and magnesium, those will help get you out of depression. What do I do for my mucoid plaques cleanses? I did every cleanse in the book, guys. Like, I mean, I'm talking about like cleanses a la wazoo. Like, people are like, you're so weird. You're like sticking anything up inside your body. Like, I'm like, it's superfoods, and it's like all this like stuff that's good for it. So wow, I did, how many mucoid plaque cleanses? I did like I think I did like 3 of them. My views on armpit hair, you know, if people want to have armpit hair, I'm okay with it. If people want to shave their armpit hair, I'm okay with it too, because I let people do what they want, and as long as it's not harming others, that's fine. We are not to impose our will upon others. We are just to simply flow with ourselves and let others flow. And I see too much of this in this community of people trying to impose their will upon others, and that's against God. It is. You know, if a person's happy with blue hair and that makes them happy, let them do it. That's none of your business. Just say something nice. Be nice. We all deserve a little bit more kindness in life. And you don't know, but none of us like telling like other people telling us what to do, so don't do it to others. Like, just be free. You know, I feel like it's against God, it's against soul flow to tell others what to do. Of course, if they're hurting somebody else, yeah, you better stand up and say that's wrong and like take action. But otherwise, just go ahead and let others live their life. Thank you, Tracy. Yes. So back to the mucoid plaque cleanse. So I have like psyllium, don't do, okay, so get the powder, don't do the flakes because the powder doesn't like scratch your intestines. So if you have leaky gut, like if you do the flakes of it, it'll make it worse. So just do the powder and then do like the mucoid, but make sure when you do the mucoid plaque cleanse that you're doing enemas. If you just let it set in there, it's going to make you more sick. So you need to the next morning to do enemas. I recommend first starting it for 3 days. And then you need to give your body nutrients. It means make sure you're giving it all the minerals and everything else that it needs, and just come off of it very good. Do a lot of like soups. I just do coconut oil, turmeric, and I do a whole bunch of green vegetables, and I boil that all together, put some spices in there, and then I kind of blend it in my Vitamix, and I take that warm, and it's very good to help continue the cleanse of your system. Wild rose detox. I haven't. I'll have to look that up, Ashley. Yes, you could put maca, spirulina in an enema, and it's amazing for you, and a pinch of pink Himalayan sea salt. When you do enemas, don't forget to put a pinch of pink Himalayan sea salt to keep the minerals in there. Let's see. Let me just scroll back up here because I feel like I missed a question. Blue armpit hair. You know, if they want it white, blue, pink, yellow, I'm good with that. If it makes them happy. I mean, come on. I like do stuff that's considered unconventional, and I'm accepting of myself. Okay, am I a vegetarian? I was a vegetarian for a long time, and that's a subject that I really want to say is probably gonna make some people mad, because I think if you're detoxing, that you should probably be more of a vegetarian, but you should also do raw dairy to help your body, to give it the fats and everything you need. Now, raw dairy is very good and very healing, and I found that out. So I have a lot of raw dairy. I just ordered 12 gallons of raw milk. That's how much I like raw dairy. And you can see I look pretty good. So something is working right. I look okay. I look glowy, like she said. I think Ashley said, you look glowy or something. Yes, it comes from these things. So they work. Let's see. I am no longer a vegetarian, vegan, and this is why, because I got my test in and they were like, you are severely vitamin B12 deficient. I'm like, wait, I'm taking vitamin B12 shots. I'm taking like expensive vitamin B12 supplements. What is wrong? They were like, you're so B12 deficient. It's ridiculous. You got to come in for like 8 IVs or something like that of vitamin B12. And so I was like, what? And I'm like, so I really did all this research and then found out that I do have meat a little bit each week, which I really like. Fatty fish is really good. It seems really good. It gives me a good glow. So I do have red meat twice a week. Of course, it will be stuff like game meats. And I'm really into, I think I read some articles on how like heals like. So if you have liver issues, you can use liver to heal that. And there was a doctor that used like to heal like. Now, what I didn't notice with Dr. Morse, but I I will tell you, I will go times without meat for like maybe 2-3 weeks sometimes when I'm just getting my body cleansing and everything moving, because I feel like proteins are more denser and they're block sometimes sort of detoxing. So I mean, I go towards with my intuition. If I feel I need some meat, I will have it. If I feel that I don't, I won't have it. That's what I go towards. And guess what? I'm no longer deficient in B12 anymore. I do believe American Indians, they prayed to the animal. They thank the animal. Don't just go buy meat from the store. Make sure that it's organic. Make sure it's grass-fed and have a little bit of that. And pray and thank the animal for that. And I think you'll be entirely fine. Let's see. Where do I order raw dairy? It's really hard to get raw dairy unless you're in California. In California, you could get it here. I'm in here in Colorado, so I could get it. You just really got to look around to local farms. Local farms will often sell raw dairy, so you have to call around some local farms and do that. If you're not absorbing you probably need to take some enzymes. So you need to take enzymes and something that's called betaine HCl. So you take 2 capsules of betaine HCl, and then you take enzymes along with that, and it will work amazingly well. Make sure you have it before you have meat or raw dairy. People who've been vegetarian for a long time cannot absorb dairy. They cannot absorb, you know, sort of proteins and stuff like that. Hi, Murdoch. I hope you're well. I'll give you a call later. I've been so busy. As I haven't done any live videos, I've been busy. I work till like 12 at night sometimes. Yes, so when you start eating vegetarian more and more, you don't your body doesn't make as much stomach acid. Thus, you can't absorb heavier foods. So there was this one guy, and he couldn't even absorb vegetables after. He could only absorb stuff that was pureed. So he had to like rebuild his system so he could build with building up the stomach acid and building up the enzymes, so he could absorb literally solid food again. So if you're not able to eat things even like organic cake, I have organic cake and stuff like that, it's because you have went too far in the detox area and you've taken it so far, and your body's like, wow, it can't process that stuff anymore, because guess what, you've got no more stomach acid really, and your body's just like, it's not capable of doing that. And that's why I run into, and in my field of work, and I work with a lot of people all over the world, I run into people who have dry hair, dry skin, and they're falling apart and they're vegetarian or vegan, and I have to be very honest with them and say, listen, I experienced this and this and this, and you need to build yourselves back up, and you need to do this, because otherwise, you know, I had one person, they were so thin and ill, and they just, you know, when I kept reading them, all I could see is how they had such a deficiency of protein, all this other stuff. They were starving, but they would not, they wouldn't change, and they were thinking, they were spending thousands and thousands of dollars, you know, sort of in energy healings and supplements and stuff, and nothing was changing. And it's because they were literally starving and they weren't absorbing their protein and stuff like that. They were only really able to absorb raw stuff that was pureed. And if you want to live a life, if you want to go there to where you live a life of just having to puree your food, you can do that. I don't want to do that. I want to be able to have a piece of organic cake or have some organic cookies at times. Especially once you heal your gut, you know, you're allowed to have that stuff. Now, if you're healing your gut, don't do that as much. You need to go ahead and do more of a paleo diet to heal your gut, with a lot of good fats to just coat your gut, and because fats are what heals the gut. So you need to do that. So you need to look into the paleo diet if you have leaky gut, and a lot of people have leaky gut in the United States and all around the world. Yes, no, actually, juice and fresh celery juice will normalize your stomach acid. That really depends, because if you're really deficient of stomach acid, it won't do that. You have to take betaine HCl. I know, I went there. This is where you have to watch out and detox it. So you're so sick, right? And you're detoxing, and you have to be very careful. You don't want to go bring it to that part. You have to rebuild that back up. That means you're detoxing all the skunk out of your system, whether it's parasites, heavy metals, just acidity, which I believe acidity comes from bad emotions. And I believe that whenever we feel a bad emotion, it makes our body acidic, really acidic. And so we have to get all that out, and that's how we can get ourselves better. So people will detox, but they're not building themselves back up, and this is a problem. So then they go, after they detox, there's people who can't eat normal foods. They can't eat steamed vegetables. They can't eat some fish. They can't eat anything, you know, that is literally food that is more dense food, because of the fact that their bodies are not processing it, because they have not put in the right elements to process it. And those elements were lost when they did all the detoxing. So yes, probiotics are amazing. Now I'll tell you this with probiotics. A lot of times your body doesn't absorb the probiotics that you buy in capsules. And I know this from personal experience. So what you want to do is, what I do is, I actually do still buy the capsules. So here, I'll show you what I do. So here I have raw probiotics right here, and this is from Garden of Life. And let me grab, so I've got some kombucha right here. Now I like to do, I'm not a sugar person, so I'll have cake once in a while, or like last night, I had a whole bunch of dried fruit, which I like. Dried fruit's okay. I have that quite a bit, and I have fruit quite a bit, but I don't like having like too much sugar. I feel like when I have a lot of sugar, I just want to sleep, and it just has an adverse reaction on me. But if I have like honey actually does make me feel pretty good. So I get the Kevita here. I get this, the probiotics, and then I'll get, I'm fermenting some green tea in here from the other day, by the way. I have a whole bunch of these. So then I pour like half the Kevita inside of there. I empty some capsules of these in there, and then I leave this to ferment maybe for like 4 days, 3-4 days. I'll put some apple cider vinegar in there, maybe a spoon of honey, shake it real good. leave it to ferment, and then drink that. And that's how I get my probiotics. That's the best way of getting them. Let's see. Megan, you said from vegan food like sauerkraut. If you're eating the right sauerkraut, don't eat the sauerkraut from the stores, because that's just got a lot of the white salt in it that's so bad for you. So, you know, you're gonna have to get sauerkraut from like Whole Foods or something like that. With raw dairy, you can start by spoonfuls of it. If a sick person, that'll be very, very beneficial for them. Now, I'll tell you this, is that also for children, I just see so many people giving their kids almond milk or just like stuff like that. It's so bad. If you have little kids and little babies, raw dairy is the best. I had my friend's kid, its legs were growing badly, and I gave it raw milk right away, because in the state that they're in, it's legal, and he would not stop. He would beg for more of it, and he just drank that up, and he got so strong within a month, and his legs started to heal themselves. So I'm going to tell you that giving raw dairy to your children, try to make sure they're from cows, so you know, that have been treated well, from a local farm, preferably people who organic, free, who very much care about the animals, because I feel this is the thing. This is why we're having a problem absorbing to all of this stuff, and we're allergic to it, because these animals are suffering. They're putting that in their milk, and then we're taking that milk and we're drinking it. And since they're suffering and they're unhappy, they're transmuting that energy to us. If the animal is happy and just, you know, having its happy time up in the fields, and it's going to be putting happiness and bliss and good stuff in the milk, and you're going to drink that, and it's going to be healing. If you drink something from the store that's conventional, where they harm animals, it's going to hurt you and harm you. So I'm going to let you know, it's all about the energy too that we put in our bodies. So raw milk is very healing for children, for anybody who's very, very sick. Now, if you cannot do a raw cow's milk, you could try raw goat's milk. A lot of people can, you know, absorb raw goat's milk better. Like I said, again, your system is really probably compromised when you can't absorb stuff like that. If you're not able to absorb raw milk, I'm not talking about pasteurized, I'm talking about raw milk, you probably aren't absorbing your fats right. So this means that you are not absorbing your fats right. So this is where Joanna Budwig found this out. So she found out that most people who were sick were not absorbing their fats right. So she found out that by mixing a flaxseed oil with cottage cheese, and back then the cottage cheese was organic, that she could create a fat that was water soluble that the body could absorb. And she found out that this would heal cancer patients, people who had heart disease, everything. Because basically fats feed the hormones of your body, and it feeds your brain, it feeds everything. And if you're not absorbing them, then you're going to be sick on every single level. You're going to have bad skin, you're going to have all sorts of levels of sickness and illness. So the thing is that absorbing your fats is really important. So if you're not absorbing, you know, your raw milk, I would be interested to see why you're not, if you're not absorbing fats, and you're probably not. So you might want to look into that, and look into Joanna Budwig, because she has a recipe there of how to get your body to reabsorb fats. Eggs, I tend to have problems with eggs at times, so I'll get the raw egg yolks and have those. Of course, I get them unpasteurized, farm fresh, and they're very good for your liver and stuff. But then some days that just my body doesn't want eggs, and is like, I feel just nauseous and don't want eggs. And then some days I want eggs, so I really go according to that too. Okay, you can't drink milk. So again, look into that. It depends what sort of milk you're drinking, and if you have the right amount of stomach acid, and if you are processing your fats and digesting your fats. That's what you need to look into, Gloria. Happy cows or goats. Yes, I just want to have a farm in the end. I'm going to feed all my animals like all this different beautiful food, and then they're going to give me beautiful milk and eggs, and we're going to have a happy life all together. That's it. That looks how I want the rest of my life, looking like that. Like, I'm gonna have this amazing relationship with my animals. They're just gonna be so happy. So it's right now I still can't have a pet or anything, so that sucks. I was trying to get a cat recently, or a dog, and I still can't because I travel everywhere and stuff. So I'm sad about that. But yes, I mean, this is the thing. You know, again, a happy animal is gonna give you happy emotions. And a happy animal is going to give you not good emotions. Flaxseed oil for brain tumors. Yes, amazing. Well, hey, hopefully today I provided some good information. And yeah, well, see, Gloria, they are going to taste odd because we're used to eating, well, people are used to eating pasteurized eggs that look perfectly weirdly yellow. When egg yolks are supposed to look more orange yellow, by the way, and I think I took a picture and showed that. So you're going to like maybe feel weird at first, like trying to eat that sort of stuff because you're not used to that. You didn't grow up eating that. You didn't grow up eating real eggs or drinking real milk that wasn't pasteurized. That tastes a lot different than, you know, what you've been fed from your supermarkets here in the United States. Even that happens with people with organic vegetables. They're really, they're not used to it at all. So, yeah, just look into that. Look into the whole thing that goes along with stomach acid. Actually, you know what? Maybe I can grab it here. I'll show you guys what I take. So this is it, and this is from Solaray, not Now Foods. So this is going to build up your stomach acid. Of course, you have to take those with enzymes. And I have this amazing product that my friend, he makes. He owns the company that makes this product, Restore, and it is great for gut healing, by the way. So I'm gonna have a shot of that this morning. I'm almost out of it. I've got to run and get some more of it. So here we go. Now, this right here is an amazing product, and I give it to a lot of my clients. And yes, Gloria, he's an amazing person, by the way. He's very spiritual, and he's just always trying to create better products for people. So I'm really happy to have this friend that does this company because they actually care about people. And I want people who sort of start up companies where they actually make products that work and they care about the people. And that's very important because we're putting intention into everything, and we're putting that love into everything, and we're putting that care in towards people. So I can assure you that the person who owns this company has that. Restore is amazing. Yes, it is. I think it's helped me out so much because I don't know. I think it was actually like, I think my friend came across it and then I started having it. What I just do is I do actually shots of this. So I like it that much. Now, a weird thing, if you're toxic, it's not going to taste good. If you're not toxic, it'll taste okay. So to me, it tastes kind of more like water because I'm not toxic. But people are really toxic when they taste this. They're gonna have a bad taste. So that's something that's interesting about the product that we were talking about recently. This is the 16-ounce bottle of it. They have dirty mud water for children. That's really good too. Okay, you feel like, well, Gloria, that means that you're not all that toxic at all because it tastes like water. So that's good. Hi, Raw. Tap water. Okay, Megan, you said you feel as you need more omegas. Oh, you're welcome. And try the Budwig protocol of just try try to get organic cottage cheese and do that with the flaxseed oil. Now, don't just eat that down. It's like medicine. So you take 1 or 2 tablespoons of that and just do it according to your intuition. So go ahead and try that, and I'm sure that'll help out. Okay, I think I'm gonna sign off, guys, soon. I have like so much work to do. I hadn't done a live video in ages, so I thought I'm gonna go do a live video. Now I've got to kind of put my jogging clothes on and jog to the store, and so yeah, I'm gonna then off to do some filming on a new show that I'm doing, which is gonna talk about everything. How do you get a knot out of your shoulder? Magnesium oil. You can put a warm sort of pack on it. You know, you can also do some mental exercises where you tell your body, what have I done? You know, if you have knots in your body, it's because your body is stressed out on some level. So you can kind of talk to it, go to there, feel it. And then what I just do is I kind of put my, you know, like hand over where it hurts in a cupping manner like this. And then I send energy to it. I tell my body, I love you. I'm thankful for you. And I want you to heal and be okay. And I'm very, very connected to my body, and so connected connected that when I take something like this, I can feel the energy of it. And we are so disconnected from our bodies in society. We're so disconnected from our souls. And that makes us disconnected from everybody else. And it makes us disconnected on a level that, you know, people can do terrible things because they're not flowing with God at all. And this is a huge problem we have in society. So I do encourage you guys to get connected to your souls, get connected to your bodies. If you have aches or pains, it's saying that there's blocked emotions. It's saying there's a problem. It's saying you need to stop and do something about it. It's not trying, you know, your body is not betraying you. It doesn't want to hurt you. It just wants to work with you. And it's saying, I have a problem, you know, listen to me. It's trying to get you to listen to it. It's trying to tell you not only do you have a physical problem, there's most likely emotional healing that needs to go on there. So I want to let you guys know this, and I have been through this, and I have been through where my body just wouldn't work on any single level. But, you know, it would show me in dreams, it would show me what I needed to do. It would say, hey, I'm upset about this and this and this, what you did. And I had to face that, and I had to heal that. We all in the world need to heal more, and we all need to seek this, and we all need to seek healing for ourselves. And when we do that, it's going to affect people around us, because then we can bring them happy, blissful energy that makes them smile, that just being around us, they heal. And this is how we'll heal the world. When we heal our emotions and our inner, then that affects the world. We can say all day long, oh, we should do this and this and this, but if we're not truly doing it to ourselves and holding that energy, it's useless. It's just words without the energetic charge. And I want to see more and more people taking on healing their soul, healing their whole body, healing their entire system, becoming whole again. So that is my prayer for everyone today. You guys all have a great day. Thank you again for watching, and I will try to do more of these videos. Bye.